Hello, fourth graders. This is Mrs. Robinson, and we are going to start division. So I think the one thing you probably know about division is that your multiplication facts are extremely important to be able to do well in division. Today, I'm simply going to go back to the very beginning, and we're going to do some work with modeling multiplication and how that relates to division. So I think you guys were warned that you're going to need about 20 counters for this lesson today. So if you don't have a set of counters in front of you, if you will please go grab some now. They can be anything from Cheerios to M&Ms to pennies, whatever you need, but you need 20 of something that you can move around very easily. As soon as you get those, go ahead and turn back on this lesson and we'll get started. Okay, I'm going to assume that you guys all have 20 counters out in front of you. Right now, what I'd like you to do is go ahead and lay out 12 counters. As you can tell, I have 12 counters in front of me. And these 12 counters are arranged in 3 groups of 4. So here we have 1 group of 4, 2 groups of 4, 3 groups of 4. So what this is showing you is what you guys already know, is that multiplication is actually things that come in groups. So one way we could model that 3 times 4 problem that we just had up in front of us is, let's say we have 4 tricycles and each tricycle has 3 wheels. How many total wheels do we have? Well, for a tricycle, each tricycle has 3 wheels. There's 1 tricycle, 2 tricycles, 3 tricycles, 4 tricycles. So as you can see, we have a total of 4 groups of 3. It's things that come in groups, and that's a total of 12 wheels. Well, how does that work with division? It's the exact opposite. If you remember when we were adding, we said that subtraction was the inverse equation. So if we had 10 plus 5 equals 15, then 15 minus 5 would equal 10. Do you guys remember those inverse equations? Well, we're going to be looking at multiplication or division, and it is the same thing. Let me show you what this could mean. What this means in division is that instead of starting with the multiplication problem, 4 groups of 3, and trying to figure out how many we have, in division, we actually start with the total. And we call this total the quotient. So we've got 12, okay? Or we're going to call that the dividend. So we've got 12. And what we want to do with the total number 12 is we want to divide them into 4 total groups. Or we want to put 4 in a group. So what we want to know is how many will we have there, right? So if we have 12 total and we want to put 4 in a group, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, what you will see is we were able to make 3 groups. So if we were to look at this, that's no longer a question mark. We know that 12 put into even groups of 4 is going to give us 3 even groups. So 12 divided by 4 equals 3. Okay, so here's the one way we could look at it. So 12 divided by 4 equals 3 because 4 times 3 equals 12. So now let's try one with 20 counters, okay? Let me show you the way that this would look in a division problem. I'd like you to take your 20 counters, and I would like you to put them in even groups of 4. What we want to figure out is how many groups can we make? Right now, go ahead and pause and lay out 20 counters and put them in even groups of 4. How many groups can you make? Okay, let's check our work together. Hopefully you drew this out or you did this by counters, and you're going to follow along and see if I got the same thing you got. So I'm looking at a total of 20 counters, and I want to put them in even. I want to put them in even groups of 4. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Did you guys see the way that I laid that out? So what that is saying is that if I have 20 counters and I put them in even groups of 4, I am able to make 3, 4, 5 even groups. So we can get rid of that question mark. We know that 20 counters put into even groups of 4 is going to give us 5 groups. So 20 divided by 4 equals 5 because 5 times 4 equals 20. So that's the way division works. Division is actually the inverse of multiplication. And since you have worked so hard on your division facts, on your multiplication facts, learning our division facts should be pretty easy. Let's try one more together. Let's see how we do. I'd like you to take 18 counters, please. And I would like you to put these 18 counters into even groups of 3. Now, many of you guys probably already know what you're going to get because you know your multiplication facts. But go ahead and lay that out and see how you do. Okay, so what you should have in front of you is your 18 counters, and hopefully we put them in 3 even groups. I'm going to make 3 even groups now, so here we go. Or I'm going to put them into even groups of 3. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I've just made even groups of 3, and now I want to see how many groups that I've made, because remember, division is things that come in groups, and that's the inverse of multiplication. It's all things that come in groups. I've made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have made 6 even groups. So 18 divided by 3 equals 6 because 6 times 3 equals 18. We also know our inverse of that too. 3 times 6 equals 18. So today, my friends, we have you playing around and just getting used to the idea of modeling division and getting used to the idea of practicing our multiplication. The better we know our multiplication facts, the better we're going to be with division. So the next 2 days, we are going to be getting into a lot of multiplication so we can move quickly on division. Thank you, friends. Have a great day.